Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Good to see you. And let me tell you guys, the midriff is back in fashion. Love to see everyone chatting about that in the comments yesterday. Came for the game, stayed for the midriff. And yeah, we had a matchup against Whitebeard. My man Cody here playing some Whitebeard. I do roll a 6 with the dice. Looks like he gets the 8. I don't think I've won a single dice roll this whole day, if I'm being honest. I feel like I lost every single one. So I didn't get to go second once, which hurt my feelings a little bit. But yeah, we do end up, I think, yeah, he did take second, and then I do take first. I show him my life, and my hand. I was like, yep, I'm definitely gonna be mulliganing that. We got nothing but 2K counters and a 6 king pistol, so that's gonna go. We're gonna hope for something different and just kind of pray that we're not gonna have to deal with that once again. And I kind of like the Luffy versus Whitebeard matchup. It doesn't feel unwinnable. And I just realized, I was like, oh, I accidentally flipped over a card. Unnecessary. And it was funny, as I was shuffling, I ended up dropping cards and flipping it over again. So I just couldn't get my shuffle together. And we're both just laughing about it. I'm like, dude, what is wrong with me? What is wrong with me right now? I was like, I normally never have this issue, but right now it's like I did it 4 times in a row. So, yeah, I don't mind the matchup too much. It does feel like I have to see certain cards, though. Without seeing 8-cost Isho, I think the matchup is, you know, just slightly harder. Yeah, Isho is just super nice. Just playing that on curve is an absolute godsend. But first Izo picking up a Fosa, dropping the same Fosa, and then playing another Izo. And I think off this one, he didn't really have too many that he could have searched, so he was kind of forced into the Thatch right here, and he'll just go ahead and pass it over. We're going up to 3 Dawn, but I don't really feel as though I have anything to play. I also luckily drew into that 8-cost Isho right there, but he does use Bad Manners Kick Course to get out of the 8k swing, going up to 9 right there. Going up to 4 Dawn now, I'm assuming we're probably just going to see like a 6k swing and then a speed Jill, yeah. And I think that he was pretty much expecting me not to be running the impact wave. That's why he pretty confidently played Jill then swung, but definitely, you know, swing and then play speed Jill just in case, because that card can be it can be relevant if we were carrying it. But I'm going to go 1 for the Kuzan here, and I mean, just knowing that Whitebeard is not running any of the Fire Fists or something like that, I know that my Kuzan is pretty safe. And at 6 Dawn, I am feeling that Thatch. Thatch feels like it's a realistic possibility, but playing the Kuzan also does bait out an Otama into Marco, which gets two cards out of hand, one of which being a 2k counter. We are going to see the 5-cost Rush Luffy, though. He's going to swing 6. I'll just go ahead and take. We'll see another 6k. Considering whether I want to take this one or not, because I know that he can attach 1 to the Luffy, but he will just swing 7. Or excuse me, just swing 6 and not attach that final Dawn. And I'll use the 6 king pistol to trash the Kumadori here. I kind of wanted to get 2 into the trash for the CP9 to get Kaku online. Kaku is, you know, going to be real nice here because I can just swing 6 into the Speedy Jill, lowering Luffy down to 1. And this is really nice because Kaku will ramp up my leader by Arrested Dawn, and then I'll probably be able to swing into Speedy Jill for like 7 as well. But we will see a 1k counter coming out. We will use Kaku, KOing the Luffy, but returning those 2 CP9s to the bottom of the deck. Now leader gets one of those Dawn, probably just attach the last one, goes 7 to Speedy Jill, and we have dwindled down his hand size quite a lot, so I'm super happy about this. Feels like the situation is working out really well for us, especially dependent on what he does this turn, because depending on what he does here, we might have him at exactly 6 cards, and that is just going to be really nice for us to be able to play down Isho and gain some value off of that. So he already used 2 on the lead, but now just playing Thatch for 6, he just goes ahead and passes. I think this brings him up to like exactly 6 in hand, if I'm not mistaken. So it's worked out kind of beautifully for us. And yeah, pretty easy turn. We just play Isho for 8. I tell him to spread those cards. I'm like, let me see, what can I hit? Hopefully we get something good. And it would have been super nice if I had hit that 9-cost Whitebeard that he drew into. But we do get a Marco, and I choose another card, and it looks as though we got, I think it was a, yeah, Fossa blocker. And I'll just go 6 to life here, getting a 2k counter, and then another 6, getting a blocker. We've got Whitebeard down to 3 cards in hand. I feel ecstatic. Life is good. Can't really complain, you know. Our hand is healthy, life is healthy, but 9-cost Newgate does come down. Little bit of a nuisance here. We are going to see leader go up to 8k. Now, it's like, do you get me into KO range by going life, or do you go for the Kaku, because it could be, you know, annoying for me to potentially have that card after if you're not able to get game. But we will see the 8k with Thatch. I'm like, I don't think there's any reason to save this. I'd have to drop my whole hand. And then the 8k, I'm just going to go ahead and take. So he does get me into the KO range, but also does have to rest that Thatch. So Thatch is the target, but now with the Dawn we have in the cards in hand, I'm like, what are we working with? What are we working with? I have an opportunity. I don't know what we're laughing about. He and I are just like, we're goofing around. We're having a good time. I love this about a lot of the local matches, is like everybody's there for a good time, and yeah, it's just a lot of fun. But yeah, I guess we play Sabo, maybe trash a few cards, swing big with Isho, see if we can find some useful stuff. We do get Khalifa and a 2k counter. What was that? Tashigi. But I will just go ahead and trash the brand new and a Fugaro. Getting one more CP9 card in there to put Kaku online. I don't think we have it in hand, but oh no, we do. We actually do have one in hand. I'm definitely going to attach one here though. Go 10 to the Thatch. See what happens. He does let that go, and I do get to attach a Dawn for leader ability, but I don't think that we're going to be using it this turn. It just doesn't feel like it's going to work out that way. But we have a ton of counter power in hand. Sabo is protecting Isho as well as itself. I probably should have played Kuzan first if I wanted to protect that, but I wasn't really, you know, I didn't really know how my whole play would pan out until I played Sabo. So I guess that's just kind of the route that we went on. And we're going to see 12k coming down at the Isho. It's an easy 2k counter. I'll give him a Tashigi and a Khalifa there, because now there's just no way that Isho is dying. There's no shot. I think that Ace would have been really nasty here if he'd played Ace, lowering the Sabo and the Isho. That could have been, or arguably the Isho and the Kuzan to use the Newgate ability. That actually would have been really, really nice. Because he definitely would have got the Kuzan out of the way, and probably would have got the Sabo out of the way as well. But since he swings 5k, I do choose, or excuse me, 6k, I do choose to go the Sabo route and block and just pitch a 1k real fast. He's only got 3 in hand, but he does have like 2 or 3 Dawn active. Yeah, it looks like 2 Dawn active. With him having 1 life, I'm just going to go ahead and play Kobe though. KO the Fossa blocker. Kobe's real nice for, you know, dealing with some of those smaller cards and some of the smaller blockers. We're gonna bring Newgate down to 5 though, swinging 6. I know that he has only got 2 cards left in hand, so I will swing 6 yet again. And now this is gonna force out one of the last cards, or he's got to take life, and then we just swing everything with Isho. And he did just take, so I was like, all right, yep, we're just gonna swing everything with Isho, leave the Sabo blocker up. We pick up the game here. Not too shabby. Bit of a quick match, because Newgate matches tend to go pretty quickly. It's not like there's not much of doesn't feel like there's much of like you know, a lot of crazy decision making that needs to happen. It feels pretty linear, but Isho was definitely the game winner there. Just being able to get 2 cards out of hand and then force another 2 for my opponent having to protect, I think it was that Speedy Jill during that one turn. Yeah, we were just able to get a lot of value, but love the matchup. I feel like sometimes it can be pretty bad if my opponent sees the 7-cost ace at the right times, but it really just boils down to who's got the right cards and if you're able to make the right swings to extract as much value as possible. But fun match as always, and let me know your thoughts, guys. I will catch y'all in the next one. All right, peace.